Welcome back, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel, your digital classroom, where you will get the necessary help for your total English, text, grammar, writing and spoken English all in one. Today we are going to see the second part of prepositions in English. In the first part, you have got the definition, classification and some explanations of prepositions in English. In the first part, I said that preposition in English is the most difficult area of learning. Yes, it is true. So you must learn them regularly with utmost care and attention. I'll give the lessons on prepositions in English part by part, and you must follow them regularly without fail. So keep the channel always subscribed and hit the bell for instant notification. Our today's topic, prepositions in English, part 2, some important prepositions and their uses. Today we'll learn a few prepositions which are most frequently used in English. Without them, English language can't walk a step. These are very important prepositions. Learn them little by little and then practice for your perfection in their uses. Now come to the point. First, see the use of by and with. By is used before the agent or doer, and with is used before the instrument. By an agent and with an instrument. Now see the examples, then your idea will be clear. The tiger was killed by him with a sword. Here him is the agent, so by is used before the agent and a sword is an instrument, so with is used before the instrument. So the example is the tiger was killed by him with a sword. Now we'll see the use of at and in to indicate the place. At is used to refer to a small place or village. At is used to refer to a small place or village. But in is used to refer to a large place or a country or a district. Now see the example, then your idea will be clear. He lives at Shibpur, small place in Howrah, name of the district in India. So at is used before a small place and in is used before a district or large place and in is used before a country that is a larger place. Now we'll see how these two prepositions at and in are used before houses and places of residences. In is used before a bungalow or a flat or a hotel or a cottage. See the example. He lives in a bungalow. They live in a flat. I live in a hotel and you live in a cottage. So in is used before a bungalow, a flat, a hotel or a cottage. Again, at is used to denote a specific place and in is used before the names of streets and roads generally. Now see the examples for your future reference. He lives at 12 College Street, specific place, and he lives in College Street, name of a street, no specific reference, general place. Now we'll see how these two prepositions at and in are used before the places of works. In is used before the kind of or type of place and in is used before the department. And at is used before specific building, business organization and company. See the examples. He works in a shop, in a bank, in a school, in an office. Types of places. But he works in the registration section. This is department. And see these examples. He works at this post office. He works at the judge court. He works at the railway station. He works at the university. So, at is used before specific building or business organization or company, and in is used before the kind of or type of place or before the department. Now we'll see the use of at, in, on to indicate the times. At, in, on to indicate the times. At is used before the small time, point of time. In is used before the big time, period of time. And on is used before the day, the bigger period of time. Now see the example, then you can understand the point. Example, he came here at 3 o'clock, point of time, in the afternoon, period of time, bigger period of time, and on Monday, before the day. On is used before the day. So your example is, for future reference, he came here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. Remember also, at is used here in this way: at noon, at sunset, at midnight, at dinner time, at bedtime, at the beginning, at Christmas, at Diwali. And in is used here in this way: in summer, in September, in 2021, in the morning, in the evening. And on is used before the day, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, etc. Now we'll see how these two prepositions in and into are used in a sentence to refer to the positions. Number 1, in is used to indicate static or stationary state, and into indicates the change of one state to another. Take the examples, then your idea will be clear. Example, he was reading in the room. Static state, no change, he was inside the room. And the teacher came into the room, from outside into the room. Dynamic state, change of state from outside to inside. So the examples for your future reference are: he was reading in the room, static state, and the teacher came into the room, dynamic state. Now see these two important prepositions. They are always used, and used in most cases correctly, yet brush up your acquired concept. Among and between. Among is used to refer to many, and between, refers to two books, two people, like this. Between, this may be slightly new. Between refers to many also. That means between is used before many when it is the mutual relation. When it is the mutual relation. So among refers to many, between refers to two, and between also refers to many when it is the mutual relation. Now see the examples, then your idea will be clear. The first example, divide these books among 10 boys. Among is used before many, 10 boys. Okay, see the second example, divide these books between 2 boys. So among refers to many and between refers to to. But see the last example, then you can understand the reference to mutual relation. An agreement was signed between 6 nations. A mutual relation for this between is used before many 6 nations. So among refers to many, between refers to two, except when there is a mutual relation. If it is the mutual relation, between is used before many, like this. An agreement was signed between 6 nations. Now we'll see how these 3 prepositions are correctly used to indicate time. For, from, since. For is used to denote the period of time. From is used to denote the point of time in all 3 time divisions: past, present, and future. And since is used to denote the past point of time. It is the point of time in all the times, and since denotes the past point of time in the past. Remember this. So from is used in all times, in all tenses, but since is used before the past point of time. Remember this. See the examples. Number 1, he has been reading for a long time. Second one, he has been reading from the morning. It's a period of time and morning is the point of time. So he has been reading from the morning. But see the third example. He has been reading since yesterday. Before past reference, since is used in the sense of from. So your third example is very important for your future reference. He has been reading since yesterday. Now see how these prepositions are correctly used to denote time: after, in, within, at, by. These prepositions are used in English to denote time, but with different types of use. First see after. After is used to denote the past space of time, period of time. In or within, these 2 prepositions are used to denote the future space of time. Mark it well. After is used to denote the past space of time, and in or within is used to denote the future space of time. See the examples, then your idea or concept will be clear. Examples. Number 1, he came back after 5 days, past space of time. Came back, past tense, after 5 days. So after is used before the past space of time. See the second example. He will come back in or within 5 days, future space of time. It means he will come back after 5 days, but as it is the future time, so you cannot use after, because after is used before the past space of time. To indicate the same meaning in future, you have to use in or within. So your first example is he came back after 5 days, correct? And the second example, he will come back in or within 5 days, future space of time, correct? If you write he will come back after 5 days, it will be wrong, crossed. But after is used to denote the point of time in all the times and tenses. That is the space of time, period of time, and this one is point of time. Remember this. If it is the point of time, after is used in all the times and tenses. See the examples. The first example, he came after 5 p.m. You know it very well that this is a point of time, past point of time. He comes after 5 p.m. Present point of time. He will come after 5 p.m. Future point of time. So after is used in all times and tense when it is point of time. Now see, in and within future space of time. You have already learned that in and within are used to denote the future space of time. But how? See the difference. They have a slight difference between them. See, in is used to denote the future space of time. It is true, but at the end of future space of time. And within denotes before the end of future space of time. In refers to the end of, within refers to before the end of. See the examples, then your idea will be totally clear. First example, he will come in a week. In a week means after the end of the week. So he will come in a week means he will come after the end of the week. But you cannot use after here because it is the future space of time. Though the meaning is like after, but you have to use in. So he will come in a week means he will come after the end of the week. And he will come within a week means he will come before the end of the week. So within refers to the time before the end of, and in refers to the time after the end of. Remember this. See, here's a note for you. He will come after a week. Remember this very, very important point. This is a wrong sentence. I have written this in red ink. He will come after a week is a wrong sentence. He will come in a week is a correct sentence. Now see these two prepositions at and by. See how they are used correctly in a sentence. At refers to point of time and by refers to the future point of time, but some time before the point, not the exact point of time, like at. So at refers to point of time, by refers to future point of time, but some time before the end of that point of time. Remember this. This is the exact point and this is some time before the exact point. See the examples. Number 1, he came at 5 p.m. exactly at 5 p.m. And number 2, he will come by 5 p.m. That means sometime before 5 p.m. not exactly at 5 p.m. This is the difference between these two sentences. Number 1, he came at 5 p.m. exact point of time, and number 2, he will come by 5 p.m. means he will come sometime before 5 p.m. From and of. These two prepositions are very, very important in English. See how these two prepositions are used in a sentence to indicate the kind of making or preparation. See the examples, then your learning will be clear. Curd is made from milk. Curd is made from milk. Here the material has lost its original state or position. Milk is the material, it has lost its original position or state into curds. When this is the case, use from. And see the second example, then your idea will be clear about the difference between this. Second example is, this table is made of wood. Here the material is wood, but it has not lost its own state into the table. From the table you can get back the wood. So it is said, when the material loses its original state into the next state, from is used. And when the original state of a material is not lost, of is used before it. So your first example is curd is made from milk and this table is made of wood. Now beside and besides, see the use of these two important prepositions. Beside means by the side of, and besides means in addition to. Remember this, beside means by the side of and besides means in addition to. See the example. Number 1, he was standing beside the table. That means by the side of the table. And example number 2, besides the table, that means in addition to the table, one chair is necessary. These are the two examples to clarify your idea about the difference between beside and besides. In, on, to. Now we'll see how these three prepositions are used in English to locate the position of a place, location, to indicate the location. In is used to indicate inside the border. Suppose this is a circle. In is used to indicate inside the circle. On is used to indicate on the circle, on the border, and to is used to indicate outside the circle, that means outside the border. So try to remember, in is used to indicate inside the border, on is used to indicate on the border, and to is used to indicate outside the border. Now see the examples, then your idea will be clear. Darjeeling is in the north of India. It is the north of India but inside India, inside the border. The second one, the Himalayas are on the north of India. They are also on the north but they are on the border of India. And number 3, Nepal is to the north of India. It is also in the north but to the north, outside the country, outside India. So when it is inside the country, use in. When it is on the border of the country, use on. When it is outside the border, use to. Okay students, up to this today, watch the video again and again to learn the uses of these prepositions properly. I'll soon come back with another important part of this lesson. So stay attached, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for instant notification of the new lessons. Share the videos with your friends and classmates and other students so that they may also get the necessary help from this channel. Thank you very much for your patience and participations. See you soon.